bottom, sir. I have in
No,
between.
no. If in between na, so you
Huh.
have this option na, remove alternate rows.
Okay.
Okay, you can just go for this one. You can say the first row to remove from where you want to start, the number of
Okay.
rows you want to remove, and the number of rows you want to keep.
So in that case, we will filter the data first and then use remove alternate rows.
Yes, we can do this, or you can sort that data, okay,
Hmm.
and you can perform the remove from the top or remove from the bottom.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
this one.
Okay.
So there are
Okay.
multiple ways to work. For example, if somebody asks me that please remove the null rows, okay, and now
Uh-huh.
suppose here the data is coming, and for example, I'm just taking example, before the
Uh-huh.
null also I have some data. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
there are ways of working. What I can do, I can replace this null with a zero,
Yes.
correct? And then if I just sort this data into the ascending order, so the zero will come on the top,
Yes.
okay? And you can filter out that data and you can remove that,
Okay. Okay.
okay? This one.
Okay.
And there is also the one way. Here, it is not necessary that if you want to delete that, it's up to you if you want to delete this, okay? If
Hmm.
somebody asks me, I do not want to see this null data. So
Hmm.
rather than deleting this now, I can go here and I can uncheck this null value. So one step will be added and only this data will reflect to the user.
Okay. And then once you do this, we can close and apply,
Yes,
and
yes,
then we can show in reporting
yes. Only this data will reflect
in our report.
in your report, correct?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So always remember whatever the steps you have applied, right? So
Hmm.
whatever the output is being generated by your last step now,
Hmm.
those that data you will be able to see into your Power BI desktop window.
Okay. And now we have closed and applied and are in the
Hmm.
report. Once we have
Hmm.
finished the report, we want to go back to this null record. Then what do we
Want to
do?
again you have to come into this Power BI. Again you have to open this Power Query Editor window and you have to remove those steps. Then only you will be able to see the null row.
Oh, okay. So when we go back to Power Query Editor, the same
Hmm.
page will be reflected. There won't be
Correct.
any change. Okay,
No,
sir. Okay.
no. The same page will come.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Great. So anyone else has any queries? If you have, then please do let me know.
अनुप सर,
Mm-hmm.
मुझे डाउट था। अभी जब हम ये मर्ज क्वेरीज में कर रहे थे,
Mm-hmm.
वहाँ पे मतलब टीम वन का डेटा जो सिलेक्ट कर रहे थे, तो कोई भी ज्वाइन
Mm-hmm.
करना,
Mm-hmm.
लेफ्ट आउटर, राइट आउटर, तो उसमें
Mm-hmm.
से लेफ्ट आउटर के लिए ट्रेनिंग का ही टेबल सिलेक्ट करना है टीम वन का, ऐसा कोई यहाँ पे?
नहीं नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं. It's up to completely up to your scenario that which table you just want to use as a left table and which table you want to use as a right table. That is completely based on your scenario. Like in this data set, if I talk about, so the question it might be asked if I say I have given you this employee ID, please do let me know that who has attended the training and who has not. Correct? So in this case, this is my first table. If I ask you, if I have given you this table as a base table, and I said whatever the IDs are reflecting over here, please pull the name here by using this team one table. So in this case, this training table is your left table,
Yes.
right? So this is completely based on the scenario that is not fixed. Clear? Cool. Now we have this append queries. Okay, so merge queries basically work on the column level and append queries work on the row level. Okay, so for example, now suppose you have some data set. Okay, now here for example, Now, if you have some data set, so here, if you just go into this enter data, okay, and now I'm just gonna take the some data set here. Okay. Now you have one data set is this, which belongs from country India. Okay, this one. Now you have this second data set here, and this employee belongs from the US. Okay, this one. And now one more data set I'm just taking here. This one. Okay. Now this persons suppose belong from Sweden. Okay. This one. Just a minute. Okay. So now what we have to do is we just want to consolidate this data. Okay. So first of all, I have taken this data which belongs from the India. Okay. So let me load this data. So India data you have now. Now the second is the US data. We will just go here, enter data, and now this data is related to the US. Okay. Now the third data, which is related to the Sweden, will copy this data and same, enter data, and paste here. So which is related to the Sweden. Okay, this one. So now I just want to consolidate these three data into a single data. Okay, so in that case, I will use this append queries concept. So I clicked on this append queries as a new. Okay, and now if you have a two tables which you want to consolidate, you can use this two table. If you have three or more tables, then use this concept. So I selected this, and now here you have to move the table to the right hand side. So I have selected the default table as a India, so automatically it is showing over here, and rest of the tables I can move it over here. So you can select the table name which you want to move, select and click on add, or you can double click on the table name also, so it will be added over here. So whatever the sequence you will give it over here, in the same sequence it will be added. Remember this. Okay, if you want to move any table up and down, so you can select that table and you will get this option as a move up and move down, right? Move up and move down. And if you want to remove that table, you can click on this remove, so it will get removed from this table to append list box. So now I have selected, and whatever the sequence you will give, in the same sequence your data will be consolidated. So India, US and Sweden, as soon I click on that, so look, data has been consolidated where you can see India, US and the Sweden data. Okay, so if you want to consolidate the data, consolidated data, okay, any name you can give it. So whenever you need to consolidate the data, so in that case you can use this append queries concept. Okay, is it clear? So append queries always work on the row level. and merge queries always work on the column level. And in the interview, 110% they are going to ask this question about this merge queries and the append queries. Okay, always remember 110% they are going to ask the question. So in the append queries, always remember it will go for the row level and merge queries will work on the column level. It is clear? Okay. So please perform this at your end and we can take
the employee name and country, and you have taken these random names in J and M column, I mean, very fastly. So how did you do that?
basically these names I have added into my list in the Excel.
Okay, okay. How it is possible? I mean, the list.
So basically in the data set, if you just go for the data sorting, then here you can create your own custom list like I have created for this.
Oh, so as soon as you enter the first name, remaining it will given with suggestions.
Correct. In the same sequence it will come.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Mhm. So we can take the break for the 5 minutes and just do the practice, and after that we will continue. Thank you. Here it will show you all the tables, right? And now, for example, if I ask you that these tables I do not want to show, okay, I do not want to show it over here. Like here, this Sweden, US, all these coming because I just want to show this consolidated data. So in this case, what you can do is you can go into this table view. You can select that table. As soon you hover the cursor on that table, you can see this eye icon, right? If you click on this one, converting this to the height, okay? Not the training. That US table, just select that US table and click on a hide. Okay. In the similar way, we will select that Sweden table. In the similar way, this Sweden we will select and we will hide this. And we will select this India also and we will hide this. Okay, this one. So now if you'll come into this report view, so here you will not be able to see that India, US and Australia, Sweden data. Okay, so this is the way how you can hide the table. If you want to unhide that, then again you have to go back into this table view and you just need to unhide that. Okay, so in this pattern you can just work on.
I have one doubt. Can you help me deleting a row by either sorting it or by using filter? Because when I am trying to filter out and delete it, the entire data gets deleted.
Share the screen. Okay. Will you be able to share the screen?
No, sir, I won't be able to. My internet is. I'm using my mobile data.
Okay.
You can
So
use any file. You can use any data set. For example, here I want to delete all India rows. So, for example,
if you want to delete all India rows from here, right?
yes,
This one. So
yes,
here, what you can do is, so rather than deleting, if you just go for this India, if you uncheck this one,
uh-huh.
so that is basically the filter. So that will not reflect to the user. So which is equivalent to the deleted, right?
Okay. So I can then close and
But
apply.
yes, then you can close and apply. So India record will not reflect.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
But
So
there
that
are other changes that I need to do. Now, this is only one of them. If I need to make some other changes to the data, will I be able to do this keeping
every
India data
change,
on? Okay,
wo-
okay. But can you help me showing this deletion data by using filter or sort function? I'm not able
look,
to.
in the filter, you will not be able to go for delete, na? When you just go for the filter, for example, I'm just removing this, or I'm just keeping this India data only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this line are coming. So you want to delete from row number 1 to row number 12, right? So
Yes,
in
yes,
that case, go for this remove top rows,
yes. You
right?
remove top row. Huh?
Go for the top rows. And how many number of rows you want to delete from the top? I
12,
say suppose that
12.
12.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now if you click on this OK, now it says your table is empty,
Yes, sir. That is what
right?
my table is
Ha.
empty.
So in that case, now don't go for this filter options, because when you
Okay.
go for filter option, it keep those many records only. So rather than this, you want to delete from the top rows, top 12. So directly go in the unfiltered data. Just give simply the 12. Now it will remove the
Aha.
first top 12 rows.
Correct, 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 correct. Thank you, sir.
This one.
Okay. Mhm. And what is pivot and unpivot in column? There was some one pivot and unpivot.
So pivot, if you want to summarize the data, you can just go for the pivot format. If you want to go for the unsummarize the format, so in that case, you can go for the unpivot format. So unpivot
Okay.
case, I have told you, right?
Huh.
Unpivot case. If you want to summarize this into this pivot format, so you can go for the pivot format in that case. You can go for this pivot column, right? You can select this, and here you can see, well, the receipt number you want to keep into these values or what,
Hmm.
right? So you can change this, what values you want to keep. I want to keep the values this one, right?
Hmm.
You want to make the sum or what? I want to make the sum. As soon
Mhm.
you click on that, it will add a step which is the pivot column, and it will summarize the data here. So this kind of a data it will summarize. You can see on the top, can you see the columns? If I scroll it right, so
Uh-huh.
those are coming into the columns, you can see.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this one.
Uh-huh.
So like this data you have consolidated na, that budget data. Now suppose
Budget
you have
data.
this
Yes.
data, right? So you want this data should be as earlier it was. So you
Hmm.
can go for this pivot column. You want to make the sum of the sales, right? Then I want to make the sum of the sales column. Use the name in column month in creating a new column. So as soon I click on this one, can you see the data is
Ah,
transposed as earlier it was,
yes, yes.
right? This one. So this is
Okay.
pivot column. Or if you
Okay.
select this location column, click on this pivot column. I want to make the sum of the sales column and click on OK. So month will come into the column. Sorry, location will come into the column now.
Mhm.
Look like this. Can you see in which month,
Yes.
in which city, what sales has been done? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is the concept. Yeah.
Anu, previously we did this merge and append, no? So in that
Mhm.
we had these options called merge query and merge query as new. So in
Hmm.
the same way, we don't have it in pivot column. I mean, pivot new or else pivot in the existing
No,
table.
no, no,
It
no.
will automatically do it in the existing table, right?
Yes, because pivot cannot work into the existing data, na? If the same
Uh,
data in the same data, how the pivot will get created? If, for example,
okay, okay.
if suppose if I'm just giving you this data, okay, and I say I want to create this pivot table, So when you will create the pivot table by using this data, then the new pivot table will be created. Now, over the same data here, you
Yes.
cannot create the pivot table, right? So that feature will
Yes,
not
but
be
in the
applicable.
Power BI, it is, I mean, instead of in the place of that main table only, the pivot table is getting selected.
Hmm.
So in the Excel, the separate sheet will get created. So here it is creating in the same
Here,
table.
no, in that will not created in the newly one. It will create in the same one, and your summarized data will be appear into your applied steps.
Understood. Understood.
Okay. If you want that your data should be there also and the summarized pivot should there also, then you
Mm.
can create a copy of that data set. You can click,
Okay.
you
Okay.
can go for this reference. One data will be the original one. Second data you can use for the creating the pivot
For
table.
pivot. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So all these approaches you have to take, you have to consider all these approaches while the working, that how you can perform the data massaging and everything. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So all these things we had, and one thing basically I'll just share the project with the team so you will get it. Let me show you. So you will receive this kind of a things, okay, where you have a sample data and you have to create the visualization by using this data set. Okay, so let me open. Okay. So like here, suppose the image is coming now, and you have to insert this image in the backend. So this image you can insert in the backend as well. Okay. So like here, if you want to insert now, so you can just go into this format your page. You can go for this canvas background and you can browse that image. Okay. So like for example, if I just select this, click on a browse, and here I just select this. Okay. Background one. If I select this, image is here now. If I decrease this transparency, it will come and convert this to fit. You can see, right? And here you can keep the images.
So can you show again, please?
Okay, so you will be able to see this one. So here you can adjust this total task, sample, defect, and everything. Okay.
So this quality dashboard has been inserted through an image, background image.
Image, yes, background image. So this is something which I have created in PowerPoint presentation. Then I have just converted into this image.
Okay, but then
Okay.
we can't apply slicers on total task, sample and all, right? We can't do that.
Whatever you want to apply, you can. But this is basically an image, na? So
Image.
basically this is an image. Within this, I want the total task. I want the sample. So for the beautification point of view, I have just converted this. So it will look
Okay,
like a good,
okay,
nothing else.
okay, okay.
So I will share this dashboard with you, which is basically completely prepared end to end. And you will see the few measures which I have just created for this calculations, everything. So just perform this at your end, review this dashboard, okay, understand this dashboard, try to create this dashboard at your end. So then you will be able to see that. Okay. So this dashboard I will share with the team. So just perform that. Okay. And if you have any questions in understanding of the dashboards or in anything, so feel free to post your query on the Telegram group. Okay. Great. So this was the thing that how I have inserted that image only. So this was the thing. I just need to told you. Yeah. Anyone has any doubt? So we have covered all these things into the Power BI, and make sure please do the practice on this one and those important questions which I have told you. They will ask you these kind of questions. Okay. So you just need to make your own notes if you want. It's up to you if you want to make your own notes. Okay. And if you are facing any kind of a challenges, feel free to connect with the team as the team is conducting that a doubt session as well. So you can join that doubt session as well and resolve your query, right? And meanwhile, also what you can do is while the time of the practicing, if you're facing any kind of a challenges, so you can post your query into the Telegram group as well. So instantly you will just get the answer of your query. Okay. And if you're posting your query, so I would suggest you please post along with the screenshot so people can easily understand or the team can easily understand that what exactly the query you are asking for. Okay. If you have made some mistake into your DAX or into some calculations, so easily they can help you out, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so if there is no question, then we can just wind up this session and please do the practice on this one. Okay.